So guys, after having checked the conditional type 0 and 1, I want you to work on your book, so please open your book on page 40 and 41. So you're going to read the Appalachian Trail and you're going to answer some questions I'm going to dictate you. These are the questions. Question number 1. If 28 tourists visit the Appalachian Trail, how many people will make it all the way? Number 2. What kind of animals can you find there? Number 3. What type of animals you must avoid? Number 4. Is it easy to get lost being there, and why? Number 5. What are the rock cairns? And the last one, if you go there, where can you stay? Actually, this question was made with a conditional. This is the conditional type 1. So pay attention to the structure. I'm going to repeat it. If you go there, where can you stay? I'm not going to repeat all the questions. If you didn't write the questions in this moment, you can go back and pause and have time to write your questions. And after reading and answering the questions, I also want you to take a look to page 41. This is about booking accommodations. You're going to see 5 different pictures. This is just vocabulary. The first one is hotel. The second one, youth hostel. The third one, the self-catering apartment. The fourth, ski lodge. And the fifth one, the bed and breakfast. And I want you to read also exercise 2 and 2b. This is about a short conversation. I repeat, this is only vocabulary for the everyday English section. And you know, in this section you can find different sentences, affirmative, negative, interrogative sentences, so you can use them anytime you stay abroad. And later I want you to look at page 42 and page 43. You're going to read about the global warming. This is a very interesting reading and a terrible problem which we have in our planet, unfortunately. And after reading, I want you to solve exercises 3 and 5 on pages 42 and 43. I'm going to repeat. You're going to read about the global warming and you're going to solve exercise 3 and 5. And later I want you to take a look to page 44, and it is on this page you are going to solve exercise 2. This is about a short description, that's it. This is an example of something I do in the classroom with you when I show you some pictures and I ask you to describe the pictures, the colors, the people, the shapes, and so and so. So this exercise is really easy, and now we are going to study our phrasal verbs section. So on page 47 you have the phrasal verbs section, and you have 2, 4, 6, 8, you have 9 different phrasal verbs. But in this moment I'm going to explain the meaning of the phrasal verbs by presenting some exercises. So I'm not gonna say anything in Spanish. You can look for the phrasal verbs in your dictionaries using the word reference page, but I'm going to present some examples. So the first one is go off, and actually go off has 3 different meanings. So let's start with this example. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, bombs go off anytime. So in this case, we're talking about the phrasal verb go off. And in this first example, go off means explode. We're talking about bombs most of the time. So unfortunately, in Pakistan, bombs go off anytime. This is a very bad situation, which is a reality in Pakistan and in some other countries. But yeah, this is the point, to explode. So you can say in Pakistan, bombs explode anytime, or bombs go off anytime. Now we have a second meaning for go off. So for example, I hate when my alarm goes off. And in this case, go off means to ring. So I hate when my alarm goes off. I hate when my alarm sounds, we could say that. And of course, you have to write a phrasal verb according to the tense and the rules of that tense. And in this case, we're talking about the simple present tense. And finally, go off means spoil. So we can say, for example, don't eat that. Sorry, hey, don't eat that. It has gone off. It has gone off. So in this case, the expression we have the present perfect. So this is why go off is written in participle. And in this case, I repeat, go off means to spoil. When you cannot eat something, or when something doesn't work or is not good, when something is bad. So don't eat that, it has gone off, so you cannot eat it. Now, I'm gonna erase these three examples. I'm gonna repeat: go off, explode in terms of bombs, go off to ring or when something sounds, and go off when you cannot use something or you cannot eat something because it's spoiled. Now we have go over and go around. If you have some questions, go over Unit 3 on your book, of course. So in this case, go over means to examine. So if you have some questions, please examine or go over Unit 3. In this case, you have to look for some details. And are you sure there is enough? Are you sure there is enough toilet paper, talking about the coronavirus, to go around? So please notice, in this case, go around comes at the end of a question, and yeah, mostly it appears in questions, not really common in affirmative or negative sentences, but questions. So are you sure there is enough toilet paper to go around? Which means if there is enough for everyone. So imagine this moment, you're staying home and you live with 3 or 4 or 5 people. So hey mom or dad, are you sure there is enough toilet paper to go around? So I can use toilet paper, and you and dad and my bro and my sis and so. So go over, in this case, it means to examine, and go around, it means that there is enough of something to everyone. Now we have the look after and look for, which are really easy. Oh, please look after my children. Well, I'm out. So you know this phrasal verb, look after, is the same for take care. So please look after my children while I'm out. Hey, look after you, or I don't know, nurses look after patients in hospitals, for example. And we have look for. Now in this case, if you don't know a word, look for it in a dictionary. So this is also conditional. Actually, this is conditional type 1. So if you don't know a word, you can look for it in a dictionary or look for it in a dictionary. And in this case, look for is to search or investigate maybe something. Now, we have also look through and look up, and that's it, class. Just give me 2 more minutes. So look through. In an exam, I always look through the questions before answering. So in this case, look through has the meaning of reading something quickly. So you can have an idea or you can have a previous idea about what's coming next. So in an exam, this is a personal example, I always look for the questions before answering. So I don't start answering just like that. I read carefully the questions and then I answer. So in this case, you can use look through. And finally, I can do that. If you don't know a word, this is pretty much similar to look for. If you don't know a word, look it up in a dictionary. In the dictionary. Yeah, whatever. Dictionary. Yeah, that's it. So if you don't know a word, again, this is a conditional. Look for it in a dictionary or look it up in a dictionary. So look it up. Pay attention to this. This is a separable phrasal verb. So I'm writing the object pronoun in the middle of look and up, which is the verb and the preposition. So if you don't know a word, look it up or look for it if you want to use look for in a dictionary or in a dictionary. And in this case, look up is to find information in a book or a list. So after checking this phrasal verbs and their meanings and the explanation, I want you to solve exercise number 1 on page 47. And I also want you to look at exercise 3 and the explanation of the word formation, which is adjectives from nouns. Remember, in this case of word formation, we don't have a specific rule, so you just have to pay attention to the aesthetics of the language and also to the words you know. And I told you I want you to solve exercise 3. And finally, on page 48, I want you to solve exercises 2, which is about the future tenses. Exercise 3, which is about conditional 0 and 1. And exercises 4 and 5, which are for you to practice. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.